Hey guys, just coming on here to make a video about Pop and taking care of the elderly. I hate saying it like that. Taking care of Pop and our older loved ones. Our loved ones who are older. How's that sound? I like that one a lot better. One thing that we have always had a problem with is his appetite and eating. I think I've made a video before about sweets and how your taste buds, the last one to go is sweets. And so we haven't had a problem with him wanting to eat ice cream and candies and things like that. But getting him to eat something with nutrition or something good for him, we've had a hard time with that. And not just because of my cooking, because I know some of y'all are thinking that. No, not just because of my cooking. For a while, it was okay because he did love breakfast. He was always a breakfast eater before. And if he didn't eat dinner, we always could count on him eating breakfast. And then all of a sudden, breakfast was out. He didn't want breakfast anymore. So then it got to the point where we didn't know when he would eat, because sometimes he wouldn't eat dinner. So then we'd have times where he wasn't eating breakfast and he wasn't eating dinner, and it was just really hard and frustrating. So he was eating junk and no real food. And then one of the nurses that was helping us gave me a great idea. And she said, just don't ask him. And I was like, what do you know? Who would have thought? So I did it. And I didn't ask him. I just took the food and put it in front of him. And sometimes I don't get the nicest looks. And sometimes he looks pretty mad at me. But he eats it. And one reason I know that works is because he's the silent generation. And his mom and dad were depression people. They were in the depression, and his mother always raised him to clean his plate. And to this day, he's always said, he has to clean his plate. So whenever food is put in front of him, he has to eat it. Well, when she told me that, it was like a light bulb went off. She was absolutely right. So now I don't ask, I just put it in front of him. Now, that doesn't mean that he eats 3 solid meals a day. His appetite is just not what it used to be. But he does eat, and he still eats his junk. He eats his ice cream and his candies. But at least we can get a meal in him. Sometimes 2 or 3, but usually just, we're lucky if we can get 1. I will say, some people, that's just what happens. They just lose their appetite and they just don't eat. And it's hard because we want them to eat, because we don't want them to wither away and go. But sometimes that's just part of it. Sometimes we have to remember that it's not what we want. Our job is to take care of them and to make sure that they're comfortable, make sure that they're happy, make sure that they're getting what they need. And sometimes, we shouldn't be forcing things. That's the hard thing. That's the hardest part, I guess, is you never know if you're doing the right thing. You never know if you should be doing more or less. And you always hope you're doing the right thing. And I know there's a lot of other people out there. I know there's a lot of you out there that always beat yourself up. You're always wondering if you're doing it right, if you're doing it wrong. Should you be doing more? Should you be pushing more? Should you be pushing less? And I think no matter what we do, we're always going to think that, and we're always going to feel like that. But at the end of the day, we just do the best we can and just take care of them and make sure they're happy and comfortable. And if that means they're eating 100 Bluebell vanilla cups a day and 2 or 3 bags of Werther's apples, then that's what we do. All right, that's all I got for today. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.